What does it exactly mean to play out of box in Fortnite? This video is especially important to people looking to stay ahead of the meta because I don't think I've seen this topic anywhere on YouTube. How I broke this down was that I went into arena and whenever I killed someone out of box, I clipped it and I put it in this video to show you. I'm going to walk you through this process step by step so we're all on the same page the entire time. If you're looking to learn a thing or two or expand your IQ on Fortnite, this is going to be the video that you want to watch from start to finish. Real quick reminder to use creator code KenBeans in the item shop the next time you're buying anything. It helps me out so much. Don't forget KenBeans.store if you want to buy any of my merch. Let's get into this. In short, simple terms so that we're all on the same page, when I'm talking about playing out of box in Fortnite, I'm specifically talking about trying to box people from more than one box away. So usually this means that I'm not going to be on their direct wall trying to box them. More often than not, what I'm going to be doing in these clips is looking to box people where they're going instead of where they're at. I try to stop people from going a certain direction and then look to where they might run to get a full box on them, just like I'm about to show you in 1 second. Now, as I'm fighting this kid, I look for the perfect opportunity to place a cone above him and then get a wall right in front of me. What I did was immediately think about what I would do if I was this guy. You see instantly how I went for a pre-box instead of going for a shot because I knew that this would secure me the kill. You always want to use your cones to try and look for out of box plays just like this because they reach further than any other build. We all know this by now. I'm waiting for him to run away to try and get to the edge of this box so that way I could place the wall so he gets stuck in my build. Then I go for shots and I grab this wall and I do all this piece control. This is not out of box stuff. The out of box part was at the beginning of this clip, but it leads me into getting this kill. I snipe this guy in the mountain, I run up to him, and now I'm in a little bit of a build battle. Because I use this high wall and this cone strat, you see how I'm essentially creating a full box by not even being in the box? There's definitely going to be better examples than this, but sometimes what I want to mention is that you have to leap really far away to grab walls to full box the guy, just like I did here, and then hit this window edit. This is the most simplistic type of example. I tried to explain this guy's box, but it didn't work. So as I'm keeping my shotty out, I'm trying to buy enough time so I can get behind this wall right here and place it and shoot at the same time. So to come up with a conclusion, pre-firing is kind of like playing out of box. Just make sure that you're setting yourself up to place a wall after you shoot so that way you're really out of the box. You see how when I use this technique, these guys always manage to just run right into my builds and then I reset this cone and get another kill. I'm going to try to limit the amount of times I say out of box because I just don't want to say that word a million times in one video, but I'm just going to only use it when I have to. When this guy's running up to me, the second I block him off, I think about what I would do if I was him. If you think like this when you're in your own fights, you're going to manage to get a lot more piece control on people. Then I instantly go for the top pieces, get all this piece control, and I get a shot. But just notice how I'm not full sending. To play out of your builds, what you want to do is not full send and 50-50 every single thing. You can see here, the second I shot him, I instantly placed my own build to block any return fire that he's going to do. So I'm more than one box away from this guy's box. Running up to this wall, what I'm going to remember is that at any point in time, I can pre-fire this guy and place my own wall. As I'm running, I'm actually thinking about scenarios in my head where if someone were to pop out at me, what would be the thing I do next? Notice how I shoot before I place the wall though. I don't just place the wall and then do nothing to him. Shooting first makes him nervous and then I get the kill. As I'm running up to this guy's box, you can see how I'm moving all the time. If you want to set yourself up for opportunities to play out of box, you need to constantly keep moving to make the guy stay in his box so you can take his wall like this. I set up a right hand peek with this wall replace right here, but I'm doing it all in one smooth motion. The second I grab the wall, you can see how I make an edit on the wall. I shoot him and then reset. I back up and then reset the other wall. This is a new meta that no one talks about. If you can be in charge of 2 walls in a box fight, this is how you're not going to take any damage back. I play careful and when he charges at me, I have the edit open again. I shoot him and then I reset again, but this isn't out of box. The other part was where you edit on 2 walls. Editing on this one wall is not out of box, but this is just what happens after the fact. I want to show you both sides of the story so you understand what is and what isn't. My man's built up to the sky, he cowed away and I killed him. So this type of piece control was really good. I shot this guy in the air, I place a wall when he drops down on me. I get lots of piece control, but I don't rush the situation. In a lot of these clips, if you want to play like this, you got to remember to play patient more than anything else. This is just like when I got this pre-box, I didn't rush to do anything stupid because I knew this guy had some escape routes. So I look over to piece control the right side, so by that time, if he were to run over through the only escape route he has, he's gonna get boxed. In simple terms, whenever I piece control someone up like crazy, just like this, I'm playing all the angles possible to really confuse him. So for a different tip, even though you have one angle on a guy, look to confuse him and not take any damage in the process by opening up an edit on another wall. Now here's a bare bone examples of playing outside these builds. The second I get the wall, you don't see me bum rush in there. What I do is do the piece control and then duck behind the cone so that way I have a reset option. I have an escape route. So if this guy charged at me, I can shoot him and then reset the wall in front of me. This meta is the best way to limit 50-50s but still go in and be super aggressive. I talked about pre-firing in the beginning of this video, and that's kind of like playing out of box because usually when you pre-fire, you shoot someone and then you'll reset a build or place a build. In this situation, the guy saw me get sniped. So what I thought was, okay, he's gonna rush out at me. If I was that guy, that's exactly what I'm thinking. So I was thinking of exactly what he would do instead of what I'm about to do. That's how you kill people really fast, because you're gonna be able to predict what they're gonna do. I was putting the pressure on this guy the whole time, but he hit me back a little bit. When he charges at my box, that's the best time to play out of box. Notice how when he comes into this box, he's already in his own box, because I managed to place both cones and got a wall after I shot him. Instead of trying to do something crazy, I know that he has an escape route. Just like I was telling you in all the other clips, every time someone has an escape route, look to place that build before anything else. So I look over to my right, and I try to do the same type of piece control, but I kind of just choked in this clip. I tried to do double cone up and down with a wall, but because I was at an awkward angle, I just screwed up the whole thing. But notice how I stayed calm and I managed to move over to the next box and the next box. I would have kept going if this would have happened. If you don't screw it up like me, it will look really good in clips. So boom, we land on this guy's wall. We end up taking it with this tack. Just realize how I'm playing behind right-hand peaks or another wall edit the entire time I'm trying to play out of builds or out of box. When I realized I broke the stair, I ran forward a little bit so I could place the cone and use his wall as a right-hand peak. Anytime you're trying to shoot someone with all this piece control, always use anything as a right-hand peak. Here's a really quick example to understand exactly how to think like the other player. I have no builds to my name, so this is why I didn't use so many mats. I threw the stair over his head to stop him from going up in this build fight and make him box fight me. I quickly go over to the spot where I think he would go next. I pre-fire him and then place a wall. Then I use this window edit to get full right-hand peek and not have him see me as I'm trying to get this full box. This right here is not necessarily an example of playing out of box, but this is an example of learning how to think about what the other player is thinking. Put yourself in their shoes instead of thinking about what you're going to do in your own shoes so you can kill them way faster. I've been telling you this the whole video, but I really do mean it. Okay, so boom, this guy's quick dead. I 140 him. I'm running away, but notice how as I'm running away, I turn around to look for shots on the other guy. As I'm weak, this is me playing out of builds or out of box, because as this guy is in his own little box, I'm shooting him and running over to get more piece control on the left side and all this crazy stuff, right? Just think about opportunities like this. When you're more than one box away from someone, look to pre-fire them and then build and go do something else to try and get some piece control. And I finish it up with a smooth window edit, just like this. This might be the lowest damage pump of the entire video, but this is a very true example of playing very far away and out of box in a fight. There is literally one full floor away between me and this guy when I shoot him. This allows me to play from further enough away so I can place a wall after I shoot him, so it's like the pre-fire thing I was talking about. Safe way to shoot someone and not take damage back. This is the exact same thing again. The second I grab this pump, I look to shoot this guy and then place a wall. Notice how even though I didn't place the wall, I shoot him and then have my builds out ready to place the wall, but I knew that I killed him, so I didn't do it. The second you stop someone in their tracks, this is the best time to do this meta. Having this type of awareness, what I decided to do was build up on this guy just a little bit. I understood that he was not going to stop trying to go for height, so I edit open and then place a floor and cone to block him off and stop him dead in his tracks. Once I realized he was stopped, then I thought about what he would do next. So I jump up, get on top of that stair, and I look for a quick opportunity to shoot him as I'm playing from more than one box away. Then we finish up the kill, but that initial thing in the fight was the reason why I think I was able to pressure this guy so well. Starts off with that new style of that meta technique that I talked about this whole video, and then I finish out the kill. Okay, so this kill right here is really nice. I had to add it, but this is not the kill I want to mention. Here's a very, very common thing that people do in Fortnite. I'm going to explain this as fast as I can. Someone's boxed up, right? So as me approaching the box from down below, or it could be in any direction, the second I see someone boxed up, what I do is run across their entire box. I'm practically running like a mini circle around, even though if they were to edit open at any time, I would smack them in the face just like this. You want to make it so you keep moving around the box so that you give yourself an opportunity to shoot someone and then place a new wall. You got to kind of bait people to try this new meta. It's not as simple as just running up to the box and just trying to go for piece control. Lots of scenarios should be running through your mind about, if they do this, what do I do? You don't think about what you would do and then try and counter it. You think about what they do and counter what they do so you can effectively shoot them and not take damage back. This is the whole idea around this video. If you can try and shoot people and not take damage back, you're going to be so much better at the game, and this is where I believe that Fortnite is going to be heading. In the past, when you talk about fighting on Fortnite, like long ago, a lot of people would just kind of shoot each other, just run at you randomly, no thought process to it. What everyone talks about, but not a lot of people mention and show you exactly how to do it, is to take shots at someone when you're not taking damage back. If you could do the shots and not receive the shots, you're going to be the one coming out on top. Here's an example of there's no physical boxes, full boxes made in this entire fight. I got this guy on the run, but I don't run at him. I'm countering what he does by staying more than one box away so I can get nice shots without taking damage. This is exactly what I'm talking about the entire time in this video. You see how I'm shooting this guy, but I'm building my own walls to be really far away from him. He thinks he's coming close to me, but actually I'm backing up so I can shoot him and place my own wall. This is how you take no damage, even when you have someone who's just maybe on controller and they just spray you to death. Not only are you going to win more fights, but you're not going to be as frustrated because like these stupid deaths, they won't happen to you as often. This is what not to do though when you're trying to do this. You see how I shoot this guy, I crack him, and I place a build? What I should have done was place the builds in the exact same way, but I shouldn't have 50-50'd them. Stay out of all the boxes as much as possible to limit taking damage in scenarios just like this. I'm not gonna lie, I hope this video encourages you to try out this new style of gameplay. Try replicating what I do and put it into your own gameplay, and you never know, you might end up liking it or learn something. If you're on the screen right now, you're using my code, I appreciate you. I just want to say thank you. Send me proof on Instagram or Twitter if you want to be featured in the next one. I'm live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 p.m. EST if you want to ask me any specific questions. This has been your man Ken, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.